The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. The Hallis Trophy and a date at the Super Bowl await one of these teams as we begin the NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Low back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Murray. To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Completed to his running back. And he goes out a little short of the 40. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Hauled in by Worthy. Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. Scooped up by the defense. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
And such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stuffed right at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Hauled in left side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives them the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Play fake here, Daniels. Looking for a target. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurry throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Again, Daniels to the air. Complete over the middle. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be a 1st down. Now a give running right. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 16. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got it near the 8. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal. And he's got a free play here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown! The Armadillos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Armadillos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return coming from the 6. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. We're 1 quarter. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. Murray from the pistol. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Murray on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
1st and 10, Murray. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Murray. Escapes the pocket. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. It's a 13-yard play, and that's partner, but that is way too close for comfort. They nearly lost their second fumble to begin this game.
And you know what I'm picturing right now? This defense. They spend the week studying these offensive guys and those that are ball security offenders. They put it in harm's way so defenses take advantage, and that's exactly what this crew is doing.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Armadillos get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Condors have the football as he records his 12th INT of this season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
Murray here on first down. Forced out to his right. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. He's on the move. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He gets this one to McLaurin. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Daniels off the play action. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Daniels back to throw. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Complete. It's McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 42. Throw complete to Sinnott. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Daniels on first down. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. But he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes out to the left. And they take this in for the score. The Armadillos grow their lead just before halftime. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Armadillos drive their lead to 11. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Murray. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Murray. On the move, headed right. And he has a massive gain in style, sliding in safely after a tremendous pickup. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll give him a first down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Buys time, rolling right. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 13 on that play. And they're going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Putting a receiver in motion. Another try following the sack. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in.
When coaches discuss their favorite plays of a game, I guarantee you this one's going to be on it. Not just because of the catch, but because of the effort to go lay out and bring in an off-target throw.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Murray. Chased out to his right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the 3rd quarter. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. This one goes off right tackle. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Lays out left side and gets it. It's a pickup of 11. And they'll have 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. It's taken in by Sinnott. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll give him a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That one's taken in by the rookie out of USC. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19. Here's Daniels. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Daniels now. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Again, Daniels to the air. He has the first over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll give him a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, now you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throw away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Daniels to throw. From the pocket, looking for a target. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. A give now from the gun. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. There's a give, left side. And he pushes push for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Daniels, 3rd and goal. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards. That is Jake Bates ready to try to knock this through. Pretty easy kick here, Brock. Just 22 yards.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Kyler looking to throw. Cut out left. Continuing to move past the 45. And now he's going to head out of bounds after a nice game. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 3. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st and 10, Murray. Forced out to his right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air, Murray. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's still just a one-score game as we resume play in the 4th. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. This will end up as a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here's 2nd and 2. Got Sinnott. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives them the first.
You know these teams, they track every step of their players. Many of them wear GPS units in their uniform to track how much mileage. I don't care what the stat sheet said of how long that gain was. That dude ran a long way, all the way across the field, but it paid dividends.
On first down, they'll run. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Hits his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Third and short, Daniels. Taking a big shot for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Gets this one to Harrison. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Murray. Caught by his back. And he crosses midfield before going out. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Murray looking to throw. He's on the move. He's on the move.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3 now. From the 41. Hits him on the out route. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Kyler. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give him a first down. Working inside the red zone. It's caught at the 4. And he's going to reach the 6 before he goes out. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
They are throwing it again. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with a quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Murray setting up to throw. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So now, here's 3rd and goal. He gets it out left, and it's caught. He has the touchdown. They aren't taking the offense off. All right, leaving him out, trying for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Daniels. They did it! He made the interception! And the Condors have some new life in the 4th!
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
On the move, headed right. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Motioning the tight end left. They give it to him up the middle. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a 3-yard pickup. That moves them a little bit closer. 3rd and goal coming up.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Here he is to throw. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The Condors have taken the lead late. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Here he is to throw. And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. He'll look to throw it. Underneath it goes, catch made by the running back. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to throw. And really, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
There is no question this defense has risen to the occasion of prime time tonight. There's also no question that this is a window into the kind of beating quarterbacks can take when you can't protect him. He's going to have to use all week to get his body right to hopefully hit the field next week.
And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space, Steve. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Man in motion, out of the slot. Desperation time here on 4th. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All their timeouts left, but not much time itself. It's 1st and 10. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. They give it to him again. And he's brought down for a loss. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 5 yards there on 3rd down, so that's going to make this 4th and short much more interesting. Now we get a timeout, and with just 2 seconds left, this game has set us up with an incredible ending. So everything comes down to this from Jake Bates. This 32 yards out on the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And their season has 1 more game as he sends them to the Super Bowl. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions.